What's up, America? It's your girl bringing you some news you can use. We are live, the number one internet radio station, Intellectual Radio. IntellectualRadio.com, where we're going to feed your brain. In this intellectual dialogue hour, we're going to be sharing information, giving introspection, and providing some inspiration. We have our journalist, Burl Mitchell, here today, and we have our new co host here in the building, Advocate and Executive Director, Deborah Vines. So today we have two hot topics. You can call in. You also have a chance to win that $50. I don't know what I have to do to get y'all to call in and get that $50.
I know everybody can use $50.
Last week, didn't it? Didn't it
I'm gonna do it today and Thursday, and then the following Tuesday it'll go up to $75. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about indicators for success. What are indicators that'll make you think, oh yeah, if I do this for the next 6 months, the next year, these are going to be some indicators that are going to take you to where you want to go, to your journey, to create nuggets for your family, to double your income. What are those indicators? And then at the bottom of the hour, we're going to talk about when is it the right time to move forward, whether it's in your business, your relationship, your friendship. When is it the right time? Is there a certain time? Are there red lights? So we're going to talk about that. And then we have that $50 that'll carry over if nobody wins today and Thursday. Next week, it'll go to $75. So don't go anywhere. We got some great topics. Please share the broadcast. We're back in a moment. IntellectualRadio.com and our radio station. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you. I did introduce them in the intro, but nobody can introduce themselves like themselves. Welcome to Making Waves with Miss Darci. We broadcast here live every Tuesday and Thursday starting at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, right here on IntellectualRadio.com. You can follow us. You can like us. You can like the page. We're also on YouTube. We're on Facebook. And we're also on Instagram. And I'm going to let my co-hosts introduce themselves to you.
I'm Burl Banks Mitchell. I'm a journalist, a wellness advocate, and humanitarian.
Wow. Hi, this is your girl, Deborah Vines, founder and CEO of The Answer Incorporated, Autism Awareness and Support Agency, and community servant.
So, did you guys have a good weekend?
I did.
You guys do anything exciting?
Absolutely. Yes, I did. I went to Las Vegas. First time ever.
Oh, this is your first time going to Vegas?
It's my first time.
Oh,
my mom said she wanted to go. So I said, okay, let's go. Because my husband and I have been saving to go on this trip.
Okay.
And you already know we have with James. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go anyway. And Jason went, but I have to share this with the audience.
Okay, go ahead. I want to hear it.
So I don't even want to say the word because he's sitting there right next to me, but he does not like FLYING. At all. At all. Huh? So I was like, okay, how am I going to get him on this PLAI?
Okay, that's a situation.
Dramamine came to my mind. Dramamine just came in my spirit. So before we were getting ready to leave, called the Uber. I gave him a couple of Dramamines, and Smooth sailing. All the way. I'm gonna write Dramamine a letter.
Oh, are you really?
Thank you, Dramamine.
I'm gonna write them a letter.
I'm gonna write them a letter because this has been an issue. We can't even have a conversation about traveling at all because the word is no.
As soon as you say the word,
Jason, you want to go on the airplane?
No. Oh, see?
Okay.
He got down pat, girl.
That's great.
So I'm super excited that we were able to get through this trip. With no issues of having a child with adult with autism, and
that's wonderful.
That doesn't like to fly, that really doesn't like crowds. That's but he just adapted to everything. He played the slides. He won
awesome. Wow, that's great. He's seasoned now.
Yeah, we had a great time. No, we really had a great time. We went to go see the Michael Jackson show, and
how was the Michael Jackson?
It was amazing.
Show?
It was absolutely amazing.
What did you like most about it?
Yeah.
About Vegas?
No, about the Michael Jackson show.
You know what? I can't think of one particular thing. I just liked it because I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Too. I mean, I was the screaming girl when the record came out. I'll Be There. I was the girl at the amphitheater. It's no longer here. I was the 12-year-old leaning over the balcony screaming, Jermaine.
Right.
I was that girl. So just actually seeing the whole show, even though I know Michael's no longer here, but the impersonator was absolutely amazing. Wow. He was great, and the lights and just the whole showmanship.
Did he do the moonwalk?
He did.
You have to do the moonwalk. You have to
have the glove on, the moonwalk.
Hold on now. We might get her to do the moonwalk up in here.
The whole thing, it was absolutely amazing. But it was actually the first time that I had gone on a vacation with both my children. So my son,
your son went to other son.
He met us there, him and his wife. So he traveled with my mom. It was a great experience. Mother-daughter stuff is a little challenging sometimes, but even as old as I am, but I learned how to get through it, and I'm glad in our second hour we're going to be talking about coping skills as it relates to
how
people.
To move forward.
How do you move forward?
Yeah.
I mean, no matter who you are.
That's right.
And that mother-daughter dynamic doesn't change no matter.
It does not change.
Right. What did you do this weekend, Deb? I mean,
Earl. Well, I tell you, the weekends are always jam-packed for me because I work. And when you work overnight, you kind of lose some hours because you still have to do stuff during the day. Yeah. But I did manage to get in some fun, and I'm now committing myself to living in the present.
That's what you better
do. I had a chance to visit my sister, and we kind of hung out. We watched some great movies, and we laughed and had wine and we just really had a great time.
That's awesome.
It's so important for us to all to live in the moment and really spend quality time with people that we love and that we like.
Yeah, because that's important. That's the most important.
That we like.
That's
so
the most important.
I got that in, and that was wonderful. It really fueled my fire for the rest of the weekend. So it was really
good. Well, the only thing I did, I rest on Sunday. I was supposed to go to a stepping thing, and my body was like, "You're not going anywhere." But Saturday, I really wanted to go to Emmanuel's defense class and wasn't able to go to that. But I really wanted to go to that, so I went to Welch. Yeah, Representative Welch, and I heard great things. Janelle posted it and said they learned some valuable information because in this day and age, we need to learn how to defend ourselves.
True.
I went to a wealth and wellness and New Landmark. It was amazing. They talked about building your credit, how to get things off of your credit, trade lines, how to create generational wealth, which was really huge for me. I have one granddaughter and 4 nieces, and just hearing that information and getting them on the right track, even if it's just $5 or $10 now, by the time they hit 30 or 40,
they'll have a nice
they'll be financially set for the rest of their life. And the way things are going, I'm always looking at Social Security. They're posting things saying it may not be no Social Security in the next 20 years because the baby boomers, once they retire, the young people are not working and holding a job down for 30 and 40 years.
No, they are not.
So, but they don't have a lot to offer them to hold down a job for 30 or 40 years.
That's true.
So,
it's changed on both parts.
It's changed, right? It's leveled.
That's
so
true.
It's like, what are you going to do? And that's why I try to focus on entrepreneurship. You can have a 9-to-5, but you got to be able to create something that God gave you, a skill, a talent, a trade.
God gave us all gifts.
We all
and
have
talents.
it. Yeah, we got to pull it out. We got to use it.
And you have to be around people that's going to teach you how to tap into that.
Right.
That you're going to be able to feel comfortable enough to regurgitate that gift.
Yeah, somebody got to sow into you.
Absolutely.
And people you shouldn't be around the people that tell you can't do it.
Right.
Because then you will never do it. Everybody is not meant to make somebody else rich. That's not how God had it.
Just backing up on what you said about the defense class. Vision of Love is doing a damsel in distress October 14th. And it's not damsel in distress. It's actually different things that we can use to protect ourselves, like stun guns and things like that. And it's going to be a TNJJ, so I will make sure that you get the flyer
because I can post it.
It's October 14th.
That's good information.
Valerie Stafford is
I know Valerie.
And she's going to she's the host, and it's going to be a TNJJ on the 14th. That's a Sunday at 12 p.m.
On a Sunday. Okay.
So I just get out of church and then go
and go. That's what I just. That's because we need that.
Up with Jesus and got my pepper spray in my purse.
Girl, and be hollering out Jesus.
I tell you, that's a
gyro. Just be hollering out because I know a girl was saying that she was coming home from work and she was in the parking lot and there was cars, but they were kind of spaced out and it was late at night. And as she started walking to our car, she saw a shadow, and her first inclination was to scream. But then she started saying, Jireh, Jehovah, God. And she started just yelling it out. And the man went the other way.
Jeez.
That'll work any day or night in any situation.
Because I know me, I be screaming. But now you need to scream some words when you're screaming.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that ain't gonna work. Right. Because that's what I be doing.
People have gotten numb to the whole
I be like, wait,
right?
They be like, look, man, look.
Work no more.
You're gonna need to cut that out. Let's get it all out now. I'm gonna see your driver's license
and your insurance when you get to cry. Let's go.
Oh my God, because that's the first thing I do. I'm serious. I be trying to call somebody, or I be had a phone in my lap trying to dial.
You're funny.
Seriously,
that's dangerous though.
You're funny.
What?
That's dangerous. I mean, when the police pulling up and you got your phone in your lap, they want to see your hands. I mean, that's men, women, children.
But I got Elliot and my dad on speed dial. So before he get to my car, they saying what's going on. And when I let the window down, they be like, "If you let the window," and I crack it.
Okay.
So that's the problem. That's the problem right there. Because I be like, he said, "I need you to let the window all the way down." This is as far as I'm going to do. I didn't do anything. So why did you pull me over?
You did
because I'm driving Miss Daisy. I haven't had a ticket, and I was
driving too slow.
Maybe that's what it was, but I haven't had a ticket probably in 30 or 40 years, literally.
But you know,
when they pull me over, you gonna have to tell me something.
Yeah.
Because I'm not. Now I will speed on the expressway, but just on regular street, I'm not speeding. So if you pull me over, I got my seatbelt on. I need you to know. I need you to tell me why you pulling me over. And he be like, "Okay, you on the arrest for refusing or what? You can call whoever you want. It'd be like 3 or 4 cars. They'd be like, "What you doing?" I said, "Another car pulled up. Y'all need to get here. This is where I'm at." Because you're gonna have to tell me, and come to find out, they had cornered me on a side street leaving Intellectual Radio one night when we were in Broadview. My light on where the license plate was out. But you could.
That's why he.
But this is what they did. They cornered me like a plain clothes, and just stopped me.
For a light out, a tail light.
Right. Wait. So it's late at night. I ain't getting out the car. So I called Elliot. I called my dad. My dad was like, "Well, why? What? He said you wasn't going fast. So what they pull you? Because if I'm on the street, I ain't going fast. I just don't." So he was like, "I need you to get out the car. I need to show you something." Well, no, you're gonna need to tell me what you need to show me. People start coming out on the street. This went on for like almost an hour. I did not get out the car.
About a tail light?
It wasn't the tail light. It was the light that show your license plate. I didn't even know it was a light there.
Oh, okay.
So by that time, Elliot had came. People outside was like, "Well, just tell them what it is." So the guy that was in a 2-flat building, he was like, "Ma'am, I think he want to show you about your light." I said, "What about my light?" I see my light. I still did not get out the car. Then he come the lieutenant with the white shirt on. He was like, "He just wants you to know that the light where the license plate is."
How come he just couldn't say it?
And that's what I said. He said he
so
never
told you.
I said no.
He was like, "Get out the car." Get out
people
the car.
On both sides. It was in the summertime. Had get out the car. By that time, people was coming out their car. They want to know what's going on. I wasn't getting the street lights were not on, so it was dark in Maywood. I'm like, I'm not getting out the car.
That's frightening.
So when he asked him, he said, "Didn't you tell?" He said, "Well, I thought I did. You never told me." So you think I'm finna get out the car with 2 of y'all? Them cornered me on the side street, and I ain't did nothing.
What it does speak to is that you have to have a plan. You are stopped by a police officer. You have to have.
I wasn't getting out. He said, "You got to follow me to the station." I said, "Okay, let's go," because I'm not getting out the car. And when I get there, I'm not getting out. So now what? And so Elliot went and got the light, but I didn't know.
The flip side of that, though, the flip side of that, see, I always have to play the devil's advocate.
You're right.
The flip side of that is
they could have shot me.
You're supposed to get out the car.
I know.
You are. When you're not getting out the car, you're being defiant.
Right. That's what.
You're being very defiant, and when you don't get out the car, it looks like you have something to hide. I can understand how you feel.
But I did like this.
What I would say,
it was too dark.
But still, what I would say is, I have my husband, my boyfriend, my brother on the phone, so I hope that it's no foul play here. You just kind of
and get out with the phone.
Do the disclaimer. Now, I wouldn't even have the phone in my hand. I would have the phone on my seat, and the person that I'm talking to saying, "Yeah, I hear everything.
Right.
I'm getting ready to." They're getting ready to take me to the station, for whatever reason, because, you can set a disclaimer now. Policemen are afraid as well as we are now. That's because true. people don't have respect for authority anymore. And sometimes, it's like a 50-50 thing. Some of the things that the police officers are doing is foul. But a lot of them are so afraid of what because these people have guns. Everybody has a gun now. It's legal to have a gun. Some people have been having guns when it's not legal. Right. So I can kind of understand where they're coming from.
I see both sides.
To the sense. You're so, of course, see, I have a plan.
Tell me
when I stop by the police, my phone is there. Our phone is always right there. I'm usually talking on my phone.
Me too.
And when somebody pull me over, I just got pulled over. Don't hang up. So they can hear the conversation.
Okay.
Hi, officer. How you doing? What did I do? Because I'm not going to say I didn't do nothing because they didn't pull me over for nothing. Okay. Every time you get in your car, you break the law. Every single time. Because none of us stops 100 feet before you get to the light. None of us do. None of us.
Oh, no, I don't stop 100 feet.
None of us.
But if there's a red camera light, I stop so far back and I sit so long.
But that's before I pull up. That's because of that red light ticket.
Tickets are expensive.
That's because of that red light ticket. But before that red light ticket, or even if you're not in a red light ticket, because I know I do it. We do the stop and halt, this little slide.
Yeah, the roll,
the rolling and just keep going. So my point is that we all break the law every time we get in our car. Sometimes we don't put our seatbelt on right away. We drive off and seatbelt in at the same time.
Those are really good points.
Yeah, so you have to think about that.
That's true. And I would say also that isn't it the law that if you feel unsafe, even if you're stopped by a police officer, you can go to the nearest safe place.
Yes.
So you can.
And that's what Ellis said. He said, just go to the police station. I said, wait, where you at?
Calm down.
Well, at least you ain't crying, because they know that's the first thing I do.
Right.
I don't cry. I be smiling and handing my car.
Well,
my
now
name is Deborah
I do.
Vance. Look, wait. Do you guys need a training on signs and symptoms of autism? Here I am. Here's my card. My agency is the Answer Incorporated Autism Awareness.
That's a good strategy.
That's what I do now.
It's a great
now,
strategy.
And she right, because now I flipped the script, so I'm not crying now. I done grown a little bit.
Right.
I'm like, you want to be a guest on my show? We'll talk about what we should and should not do.
Absolutely.
I
love that.
When you pull
so you can flip it.
And then I said, you got anybody in your family that needs to lose some weight. So I do. I'm like Deborah now. Now I do it a little bit different, because before I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I'm crying. He'd be like, okay, ma'am, I need you to calm down.
We have to be strategic in everything that we do now. I mean, from finance to getting stopped by the police. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because it's so many different people. I mean, from the young ones to us that are seasoned women.
That's right.
I'm not going to say old, I said seasoned.
I like that.
That are seasoned women. We have to still just be on the lookout, because we business women. We 9 times out of 10, the car is by itself. My car is it's a working car. I'm always in my car. Yeah. So, I sometimes I drive a little bit too fast, and I'm always looking for the minute.
You better.
And see, I'm driving Mrs. Daisy. They be like, could you just go? Can you move a little fast? Brother better call. Can you move a little fast? I just be like, la 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 la. I'm serious.
I have no problem moving out of the way for people who are just.
I just move out the way. They be blowing at me.
I have no problem with that, because now
on the expressway is a different ball game. But on the street, I make sure I leave in enough time to take my time.
Right.
I mean, I don't. People, I'd be like, go ahead. The light just changed and you blowing. The light just changed.
They do that all the time, and I'm like, you can have it.
Yeah, go.
It's not that serious.
But I'm glad you brought that up. So I would definitely keep that in consideration. And people, if you heard the Deborah's go-to plan, if you get put over, she says she speaks to them and start promoting autism, and that she's an advocate. And then they asked her she asked them what's going on. And that to me kind of brings a calmness.
It does.
To a situation where you're getting defensive. Mm-hmm. Now, if you haven't done nothing, then you want to say it's something wrong. You're right. You have to, because if you ready to go in on them, they're finna go in on you. Because they don't know how far you going in and what your go in, what your level of going in is. Just like with Deborah. Deborah can walk up to Burl and say, I fear for my life. I can walk up to Deborah and say, I don't fear for my life. but it depends on how you feel.
Absolutely.
Because people are saying now they can walk up to you, or you could be somewhere and she can say, I feel for my life, and they can pull out a gun or a knife or whatever.
Yeah.
What level determines?
That's all subjective, though.
Yeah, this is great conversation. I think that we should think about having maybe the chief of police of Westchester or Broadview, Chief Oogler, my friend, come into the station and just talk to the audience about, the do's and don'ts.
I think that would be great, because we need that. It's just, and we need it like now, because I think this week is the end of the Van Dyke trial.
It is. And the city is on edge.
I've already heard people say, if it's not a conviction verdict, they tear the city apart.
And that's the craziest thing to me. Why tear up?
I just hope I'm in my house, because
it's the language of those who feel like they are unheard.
Yeah, and I get it.
I would think of something.
Because I would be upset too, but it's like, where do you vent? Where do you explode that rage to? Because it's coming. If it's not,
you know what though, Darci?
But how can you not many other find him guilty though?
I'm gonna tell you the outlets. The outlets is called 708-223-8953. We always want to hear how you feel. Expressing how you feel, tearing something up is not solving anything.
This is where we live.
Exactly. I don't, even if you go to the north side of Chicago and you live in the suburbs, why go tear some stuff up expressing yourself? Express yourself through the airways. There's so many different shows. There's so many. Right.
Go on social media.
Go right. Go on Facebook.
Yeah, and just say what you want to say.
Just say what you want to say.
People can agree with you or not agree with you, but you can put it out there.
Don't tear stuff up. Don't tear nobody else up. Don't fight nobody. Don't kill nobody. Don't stab nobody. Yeah. Because of a verdict. I mean, all of this impacts us all the way from Rodney King to everything else. Exactly. It impacts us all. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's a teaching moment in everything.
Yeah. And you can learn.
And this is something we've seen before. We've seen this before.
We've seen this not the first, and it's not going to be the last.
It's not. So it is incumbent upon all of us to take a positive approach to this, to find healthy ways to express ourselves, even if it's a conversation with a group of friends. Yeah. Have a conversation about it.
That's a good idea.
Call the studio. We'd be more than happy to have a rap session, a round table.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about the verdict? What do you think should or shouldn't be done? Okay, so where do we go from here?
Correct, because that is the question.
What's the next step? Yes. So tearing up where you live is not the next step. And then you're going to be in jail. So then if you don't have a record, you're getting ready to have one. If you had a job, now you may lose that. So there are recourses.
Absolutely.
Repercussions.
You got to think about that. You really do. And when I hear people say that's what they're going to do, and I'm like, oh my God, here we go again.
I love that Deborah said, we invite you to call, because I think that's so important. 708-223-8953. That's so important.
Yeah. Wow, we didn't even hit our topic yet. We on the road today. So today, if it's your birthday, I want to say smiles and laughter, joy and cheer, new happiness that stays throughout the year. Hope your birthday brings all these and more, filling life with surprises and joys galore. So if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
If you're celebrating an anniversary.
Yay. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Anniversary. If you celebrating a divorce, whatever it is, if it's a new start for you.
That's right.
Then this is your next step. So whatever you're going to do today, after today, that's it. You got a new day tomorrow. So you can always start over. Absolutely. whatever you got going on. So I'll take a pause, because that was some good information.
It was, wasn't it?
So please share the broadcast. When we come back, we're going to talk about success and what are the indicator signs of a successful person and an unsuccessful person. You're tuned in to Making Waves with Ms. Darci with Deborah Vines and Burl Mitchell, IntellectualRadio.com and iHeartRadio station. You can listen or watch us locally, nationally, internationally. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Have me a nice townhome
in Oak Park. We're going back.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. Okay.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in to Making Waves with Miss Darci, today we are talking. Well, we talked about a whole lot of stuff.
We sure did.
But what we want to talk about is what are success indicators for a successful person versus an unsuccessful person. So I'm going to throw some out there. I got to make sure that I'm sending Deborah's information to the right email. But unsuccess, it's a picture. It says success indicator, and on one column it has successful people, and on the other column it has unsuccessful people. The first three that go across for unsuccessful people, it says it has a sense of entitlement, criticize, or hold a grudge. The first three, that's for unsuccessful people. On successful people's side, it says have a sense of gratitude, compliment, and forgive others.
Absolutely.
And then for unsuccessful people, it says take all the credit of someone else's victories. Blame others for their failure, or where they were born or where they were raised. They watch TV every day. They say they keep a journal, but they really don't. Fear change. They think they know it all. Oh my God. Only Making Waves. I guess he said, yep, I agree. Oh, I love that. Talk about people. Secretly hope that people fail. Hoard information and data. Don't know what they want to be. They explode, they exude anger, and they never set goals. On the other hand, that's for an unsuccessful person. A successful person, they talk about ideas. They talk about ways they can succeed and help others. They exude joy. They set goals. They set plans. They embrace change. They are always willing to learn. They want to help others succeed and be successful. So just hearing those success indicators for successful people versus unsuccessful people, what do you all think about that characteristics for both? What do you agree or disagree? Can you add to it? So it has a chart and it says success indicator. And I'm going to post this. It says successful people on one side, unsuccessful people on the other side. The unsuccessful person is on his knees with his hand on his head. Successful person is standing up like, yes.
Well, you want to go first?
No, you go ahead.
Well, my question is to what degree do you mean successful? Successful in what? Finances, your personal life, what? Because
how you deal with things. Like an unsuccessful person, they just got nothing but negativity. They don't.
I know some really financially successful people that are so negative and jealous.
Really?
And hard to be around, but they have so much money and are successful in their careers. They have horrible attitudes. Now, this just might
be,
but success denotes to me, the main thing is being a servant. Most people that are successful, that have great personalities, want to help others. All of those indicators that you just spoke on are number one, God-fearing. And all other things seem to roll into place as far as I'm concerned, because when you fear God and you trust God and you love God, being successful in your marriage, being successful in your friendships, in your finances, and I'm just a firm believer that if you follow the principles of Jesus Christ and our God, that you're going to be successful. Multi-level, rich, I don't know, but I feel like I'm successful.
But the attitude, it's the passion that a person sees. You're not arrogant. You could have $1 million and nobody would even know that you had it. You know, you don't have to have the stylish this or the stylish that, but you're still remember where you came and how you got there, and you're willing to work with people or share information or say, here go a link, check this out, look this up. Where, as Deborah's saying, she knows someone who has all of this, but the personality doesn't exude that. You know what I'm saying?
I do. And I think that there's a common denominator between all the attributes that you spoke about. One being very negative, self-centered, and the other one being of service, be having a servant mentality like Jesus Christ. So I think that's really important for us to understand what that means, because if with that common denominator, that success, no matter the level, still equates success.
Absolutely.
But it's because of those things.
Do you guys realize that even with the social media outlets that we have, that if everyone shared one piece of information a day, I share at least 5 or 6 things.
Yeah, you do.
I look at something, oh my God, that's some great information. But they will tag you in something quick. tag you in something to get your audience, or for whatever reason, because I typically don't like that stuff.
I only tag you all for the show. But as far as if Emmanuel Welch has his event, Representative, I'll tag him because it's his event.
Right.
Share, show up, blah, blah, blah. But it's just because somebody got an album out or this is out, they just go tag people who they think got a huge following. And I don't think that's the right thing to do, but I see people do it all the time. But I agree with you. I wish I had my bell.
I said that people in informational things, like say for instance, if I see something that is remotely related to journalism, I'm gonna tag you in it, or either I'm gonna share it with you, or maybe put your name in the comment. I might not necessarily tag you. I'll put your name in the comment and I share it. Right. So it'll automatically pop up. But, I'm saying that to say this, that, it's so many outlets of love and giving that we can do on a daily basis. And it's so many social media outlets that I can only think of 3 that I'm on. But, I think that we just need to start thinking about not how rich are you? How successful are you in your giving?
And here's the thing. At the end of the day, let me just say this quickly. At the end of the day, either you are a part of the problem or you are a part of the solution. There is no in between. And you have to decide which side you're on. And if you don't make a decision, that is a decision.
It's already been made.
It has already been made. And I think if we make exactly. So I think if we all make a conscious decision to do these things, to share good information, just be positive altogether. Just be positive. I think that would make the world a better place.
Share a quote. I even started a group to share a quote every day. A positive quote every day. People want to come on there and plug. This is just for quotes.
Just for quotes.
So if you put anything else in here, it's gonna be deleted.
Right.
You'd be surprised how it touches somebody. That's true. All you need to do is touch 1 or 2 souls.
That's true.
You ain't gotta touch 1 million souls.
Right.
And what people don't understand is, I don't care how much knowledge you have, money, power, if you're not sharing it and helping people, you can't stay there.
You cannot, and because God didn't design it that way.
You're not gonna stay there.
God did not design it that way. It is really about sharing and helping the next person. Because at the end of the day, people, we are all in this thing together.
Absolutely,
we are all in this thing together.
We all agree that one of the attributes of success, is sharing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm working on positive. Because I look up in the day, God be like, dig, I wanted to put this on there. I wanted to put this on there. And I got 2 grants that came across my desk yesterday, Coca-Cola and another one. And I was going to share it yesterday, but I will definitely make sure that it's shared today. Because it has a deadline. It tells you everything you need.
I will be writing that.
And so, and that's something I want to do. It's so many to come across, but I want to try to at least share at least 3 days a week a grant, because it could help somebody.
Absolutely.
Because they're coming out and, quickly respond. The turnover one says that it's within 45 days. So I gotta get it out there. I am training my assistant today, but I have got to get that out there. I think we perish because we don't know. And so if you know about the information, then it's our duty to share.
We have responsibility
the information. Yeah, I like that. Wow.
Okay.
What about an unsuccessful person, though?
I think that speaks for itself. Just being negative, coming from a negative place. I think all of those things kind of feed into you being unsuccessful. And here's the thing about people with money. Just because you have money doesn't make you successful.
That's why I wanted to be.
Isn't that the truth?
And I'm glad she put that out there.
Yes, it doesn't.
You're talking about financial success.
Right.
You're talking about success in your marriage, success in a friendship, success as a person. You have a lot of successful people in different areas of success. So let's just narrow it down. What are we talking about?
Yeah, that's
successful in what?
Exactly. And just like that. Just if you're pretty on the outside and you're ugly on the inside, that does not make you a pretty person. Exactly. So it's the same concept there. It's the same concept. So I think that when you make a decision, you make decisions based on yourself and yourself alone, me, myself, and I. All of those things add to you being unsuccessful to me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
As it relates to success, I feel like I might not be at the pinnacle of financial success that I would like to be, but I feel like the seeds that God has put in me to sow into other people and be able to help, especially the families that are impacted by autism and developmental disorders. I mean, just throughout the community, the advocacy that God has put in me has taught me how to do. Because everybody's not an advocate, everybody's not bold. Everybody's not, I'm not going to say not caring, but some people have stuff and they just don't know how to share it with people.
That's true.
So I feel like that I'm successful in that area. Yeah. And there's a lot of other areas that I need to work on as it relates to being successful. I mean, even being self-care.
I know. And that's huge.
To look after myself.
Yeah,
and
that's huge.
Just stop thinking of others all the time and think about myself. And, I say it all the time. I think being selfish is not taking care of yourself.
I do too. So I agree. I agree. And you know what? And you have to do that because whatever seed you're sowing or whatever uplift you're pouring into those families, if you're not there, then who?
Exactly.
So if you're not healthy enough to do that, it starts with you. So if you stop, then what's going to happen?
Right.
And will they be able to relay it and produce it and deliver it like she's doing? Same thing with the women that you're helping. It's for all of us. Oh, yeah. You have self-care is important. I was just telling Earl when I got in here taking care of my dad and telling Burl, it's not easy because I have siblings and I'm the only one. There's nobody else helping me. I have Elliot's family. I have a few girlfriends that help me, but the struggle is real.
That's a lot.
And you still have to take care of you. Because I felt a migraine coming on Sunday and I was like, that means I'm going to be out for 3 or 4 days. So I can't let that happen. Mm-hmm. So but what I'm saying is, it's not selfish. And people tend to say when you just doing you is selfish, but you have to.
Well, here's the thing. It's a balance. And that's what, when I said selfish, balance. I mean that all you think about is yourself all day, every day. And it's not about anybody else. So that is selfish. That is selfish. So we need a balance. Yeah. Life is about balance. And if you still living, then you have another opportunity to get it right.
Girl, I'm about to find my bail.
That's what it's about.
That's right.
Every day. So all you have to do is show up. Yes. Show up.
Because whatever you didn't do today, you make a mistake, you can just improve tomorrow.
Absolutely.
You can't do the day over. Once the day hits midnight, that's it.
Right.
And we have to live our life. I was telling my auntie yesterday, she was saying, I saved this and I got this saved. I said, wear it. Every day is a special occasion. I ain't saying go out in a formal gown, but if you got something that's nice, what dictates that special occasion may not come.
I'm so glad you mentioned that.
Wear it.
Oh, because
people are passing.
I just take the tags off because I know I'm getting ready to wear it.
And I'm the difference. And I be like, well, I bought this last year and I didn't even wear it. And they be looking at me like, I can't believe, because you know how you transfer your summer to the. And I done found stuff. I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm wearing this tomorrow. I'm wearing this next day. You got to do it.
That is the attitude.
You got to do it.
I wanted to share a quick story. When I was in my 20s, I was...
what was that, last week?
Actually, I know it looks that way, but I got a little season on me, which is good. I was running and this old lady stopped me. We were running. I was running and she just said hello and we struck up a conversation. Turns out what she said to me was, when you have nice things, you have to use them for yourself. And I'm thinking, how does she know that about me? Because I love dishes and I would always let other people, I would use the dishes and I would just use a paper plate. Mm-hmm. It was just a thing that was like, well, I don't want to get them dirty. I want to save them for later. But we started having this conversation and she started speaking into me, telling me that the great, beautiful things that I have, I need to use them for myself. So in my 20s, that was a defining moment because that totally changed the trajectory of my life in terms of self-care.
So we come over for lunch.
Beautiful dishes. Beautiful dishes.
Wow, you just spoke it to me because we use her place and I got a dishwasher and I don't use my dishes.
You have to use them. It's an experience. And that builds memories in life.
Okay, I'm pulling out. When I get home today, when Elliot cooks, He gonna be like, "What's wrong with you?" Because I'm telling you, bro. You saw that little tray where everything is plastic.
I did.
But I got only a couple of dishes, Darci. See,
I know.
My friends call me bougie because I don't like to eat out plastic. I don't like to eat out paper plates. I mean,
she ain't been in my house yet.
Look. I will, but the eating experience is so different when you're eating out of a plate opposed to a paper plate.
Okay,
it's different. I don't care what nobody say. I don't like drinking out plastic cups. I like drinking out of a nice glass.
And it's about the experience.
It's the experience, and that's how I actually started drinking a lot of water. I had to trick myself. Mm-hmm. I started drinking water in a wine glass, and I'll put strawberries in it and things like that. So now I drink almost like a half a gallon of water a day now. But I don't go through the ritual of doing that. But I that's how I started enjoying water.
Right.
Enjoying it. You have to trick your mind.
You do.
And I'm telling you, coming out of that glass is a total. Why do you think they have crystal and dollar store glasses and different things like
when
that?
You really allow yourself to
exactly. Okay, I'm because I got two things that's still in the box. Because I haven't used the ones that's in the
break
cabinet.
them out today.
I'm breaking them out.
Give me your word.
Because Elliot keep on saying, "Well, we got to eat out."
Give us your word.
These extravagant dishes and have them like they came out of a restaurant. And they be on the paper plate.
Oh my God! So disrespectful.
Can we eat out of a dish tonight?
So
I feel bad now.
I'm asking for your word, Darci.
Okay, today. Okay, I'm taking a picture. I'm taking a picture of the plate today.
All right.
Oh my goodness,
it's done. Y'all heard it.
She said Deborah said the experience. So I'm saying going the experience.
It's the experience. Burl said it's the experience, and I definitely concur because I've been like that most of my life. And a foam paper plate too?
Well, it's hefty. Look.
Hefty. Okay.
Look.
I mean, I do. I'm not going to say I don't because I have paper plates in my house, but my preference.
I know what you're saying. I get you.
Out of a plate.
Okay, I'm going to do better. That's because Brenda been in my house twice and she done had a paper plate both times. She ain't had a plate since she's been there.
I'm going to buy me some plates today.
Oh my God.
I'm going to buy some.
I feel so bad.
It's nice. Don't feel bad about it. Just learning to do it better.
But she had paper plates twice. Jesus. Okay, I'm working on that. Wow. Aha moment, y'all. Woo. Okay, next time y'all come to my house, I will bring out the plates.
Okay, good deal.
And the glasses. Because I got red cups too. I bring out the glasses.
Oh, not the red.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Up next, quickly, 10 things you must do to move forward in your life, relationship, friendship. Be back in a moment. IntellectualRadio.com and iHeart Radio Station. Please share the broadcast. We'll be back in a moment. Wow, this is some good stuff. I'm learning a lot of stuff. I should have been taking notes today.
right now.
Welcome back. If you all could have been a fly on the wall, we are discussing where we gonna be in 2019. So y'all better get on board with us. We talking about some good stuff. I am really excited.
I'm not just excited about 2019. I'm excited about
I'm excited about life.
Day. I mean, it's October. It's from month to month. When I wake up every day, and because I got some stories, and everybody's been through some
good
stuff.
thing we don't look like what we've been through.
Ooh.
True.
Always say that.
True.
So I'm just excited. I'm excited all the time.
Yeah.
See, that's good.
And you should be.
And good things come to you when you have that.
Yeah, you have to be excited. People wake up, you meet somebody in the morning, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, good morning. What's good about it? What's wrong with you?
I know.
I don't talk in the morning.
Well, no, you ain't got to
but
talk.
You have a positive affect.
I do.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm not.
As long as we first
get up,
as long as we're not having conversations. I mean, me and my husband here eyeball conversations. Of course, I would say good morning, but I'm just not chatty Cathy real early when I first get up.
Give me about an hour and a half, and it's on then. It's popping then. You can't shut me up. Then you be like, can we go back? Can we rewind? I was sick last week, and Ellie was like, do you need anything? It's just so quiet in the house.
Wow, I bet that was a change for him. A change.
Only when I'm sleeping sick. Things that you can do to move forward. How do you move forward if you're ending a relationship, a friendship, business, a customer, a client? The first thing it says is here's 10 things. Letting opinions of others control your life. It's not what others think. It's what you think about yourself that counts. You have to do exactly what's best for you, your life, and what's best for everyone else in your life. What do you think about that statement?
I definitely think that you need to do what's best for yourself. And I think it takes courage for you to step outside of your comfort zone and doing what people expect of you. I used to be a people pleaser, if you can believe that or not.
Back in the day, I did.
Back in the day, I used to do that until it became detrimental. You cannot. It's not worth it. And you lose your voice. Yeah. So I think that it's really important that we just simply
agree to disagree.
Absolutely. And it's okay. Yeah, that's the thing about it. You don't have to convince people to believe what you believe. True. Just respect it.
Yeah. Or your journey.
And it's okay.
Yeah. People might not get it.
Right.
You should work at 9. People tell me all the time, you should have a 9 to 5. But I couldn't work another 9 to 5. I'm where I need to be. And I'm okay with that. Now, if that works for you, then I'm okay with that too. But just because you say I should go get one, don't mean I should go get one. Because it may not work for me.
But one thing that I've learned, and especially in the last 5 years, is to not tell anybody what they should do.
That's right.
And that's even my friends. We my sister friends that I have really, really close relationships with. I don't say you should do, or they don't say what I shouldn't do. They tell me, we tell each other the benefits of what's doing, or the repercussions of what's gonna happen, or what they think. It's not because what you shouldn't do is so negative. Yeah. It's very, very negative. So I'm just trying to find ways to choose my words on even my opinions to people that I love, and I had to learn this over the years though, because you shouldn't do da. I mean, even the relationship with my oldest son, we were together for the last 3 or 4 days, and he said, "Mama, you just the coolest mom because you don't get in my business, you don't ask me no questions." Hey, look, when you ask me the question, be ready for the answer.
That's it. I used to though, in my son and my daughter, but now I had to step back because to me, sometimes it make them do it more. So when I step back, and then they would say, well, you didn't say anything. It's your life.
But you have to allow your kids to grow because guess what? They're going to do what they want to do.
And here's what I've learned. And I learned this recently because I have twin boys who are 19.
Okay.
And so I've learned that parenting adults, even young adults, is different at 19 than at 9. So you really have to learn how to keep your opinions to yourself, become an elder counsel, and you have to allow them to do what they feel is best and figure things out for themselves, especially boys, because if you don't, you undermine their own ability to think for themselves. Absolutely. Because most boys hate to disappoint their mothers. Right. So they're going to do what you said simply because you said it, even though they feel in their gut they should do it differently. So once you let go of that and you trust the process, it's a process, people.
It is.
It's a process.
Everything.
Trust the process. They will grow as they should and trust themselves and navigate their way through life as they should. Because it's their life. Absolutely.
We've already lived ours. Absolutely. And we can't go back. And that's what I was telling my son. When my son wanted to move out, I was like upset.
Oh, I know you were.
Ooh, girl, I know you were. I've been like, what? Open up the door. You need me to help you with the boxes. I would drive the truck.
Darci, it's time.
Both sides, like, 2 sides.
What do you mean? And I kind of resented it. I mean, I went through it, but now, like, wow.
Let me tell you, I
should let him go years ago. Now I'm saying.
Did he stay because of you?
I think he did.
He did. He stayed because of you. Mm-hmm. I told my oldest son ever since he was 7 years old, when you get 18, you getting out. You go into the service, you getting married, you gonna get your own apartment, or you gonna get a job. Either way you go.
That's what you told him. But it's happening at 18 though.
Oh no, he's gone. He's 44 now.
But did he leave at 18?
Yeah.
I get that because my husband and I have had similar conversation with our boys, so it's the same. Absolutely.
Boy, even if he was a girl,
absolutely.
18, something is going to happen because you don't raise people at 18. You raise them from the time you have them to be prepared when you get 18.
That is it.
It might have been 21. But see, I ain't
gonna even tell you how old my son was when he left. But
I had the timeline, but that's it's a balance.
It is
because see, I was thinking about my life. I don't want to be looking at kids and things. Sometimes things happen where our kids have to come back home.
Yeah.
So
but the door is right because that door is always open for both of my kids. Mm-hmm. But I think I think he stayed because of me, but I think he stayed because of me because I was sickly.
Well, that's different, though. That's
I know, but I wanted him to live his life, though, because otherwise he would still be there. And my daughter couldn't handle me being sick, but my son was different with it. And so I think that you all right? Do you need anything? Mm-hmm. Still. And I think I was like, then when I realized, and my family was like, he wants to stay because of your health, but you got to let him go.
Yes.
And when I'm telling you, like, it really, I went through something. I didn't even think that would happen, but it did. But as the days got better and the months, I kind of understood that he got to live his life.
Absolutely.
He has to live, and we all have to do that. But we all have to go through it when we go through it. But had I not been with health issues, I think he probably would have been gone. Much sooner.
Absolutely.
But you're right. You're right. My parents told us 18, you either going to college or you're going to do this or you're going to do that. So, and my father was like, when I get up and leave, y'all getting up. I don't know where you going, but you getting up, you putting some clothes on. Ain't nobody sleeping late through the week. And
that's true.
My family didn't play that.
I got that when I was a kid.
You got kids now, you going to work and they still in the bed. You come back home, they still in the bed.
Oh no. You got to do something.
It didn't work like that in my household.
So the indicators of what was it? The indicators of
successful, unsuccessful.
We did successful.
You talking about
moving forward? And that's a good indicator of moving forward with your children. Yeah. I think moving forward when someone has wronged you. I had this conversation with somebody very close this morning, and I said, I do forgive people because I don't hold on to mess. But I'm just not going to mess with you no more.
Right. Period. And see, that's how I feel. And some people get that
that's
twisted.
How you move on.
They think that if I forgive somebody for something, I don't hate you. I don't have any ill will toward you. But as I move on in life, I wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah.
If I see you out, hey, how you doing? How's the family? How's the kids, grandkids?
Right.
But as far as us interacting, you come into my house and we hanging out, that ain't happening no more.
Yeah, and you know what?
And people get that twisted.
It's just not with friends. It should be with family too.
But they think that when you say you forgive.
Yeah, but the relationship is
they think that you really ain't forgive me because now you don't interact with me anymore.
And that's
it's
not
different.
To
it's
get
different types
again.
Of forgiveness.
Yes. And I love this definition of forgiveness, and I use it all the time. Forgiveness is giving up the hope that the past could be any different.
Oh.
So that means that now that's not mine. I'm just
but I like that though.
But it just means that things happen the way that they should, so that you can learn what you need to learn, so you can move to the next level.
Because I ain't giving you that kind of space and power in my head.
My one of my really good friends, Charmaine Riquette, Uncle Remus.
I'm waiting on her.
She coming. Hopefully maybe next week. But she says all the time, don't give that negative energy. Don't give it that negative energy. I mean, she has got to be one of the most positive people. Sometimes we want to be mad. Deborah, let it go. No, I don't want to let it go. I want to be mad. So, it's good to have those kind of people around you to balance you out. From being mad, letting stuff go, holding on to stuff, letting people go, holding on to mess. I mean, we all have to grow into that. We have to grow into a level of maturity of what you're going to hold on to and what you're going to let go, how you're going to move forward.
And when you get tired of being sick and tired, that's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
To move on.
Because number 2 says the shame of past failures. Your past does not equal your future.
It doesn't.
So whatever happened in your past, you can be mad about it, sad about it, say if I woulda, coulda, shoulda, but you can't change it.
No,
it's what you do right now.
Exactly. And there's a lesson to be learned with every experience. So if you learn the lesson, then you can just move to the next phase. And it's a choice. People, you choose to wallow in it. You choose to move on. It's a choice. And you have to make one. You don't have to, but it works better when you do.
Number 3, procrastinating on the goals that matter to you. Your choices in life, what you're going to accept, what you're not going to accept, what you're going to let exist, and what you're not going to let exist.
You cannot have a moving finish line. You have to, and especially when it comes to how people treat you, the things that you require, you cannot have a moving finish line with that. You have to be firm on those things. And if someone cannot meet your expectation or fulfill your requirements, then you need to understand that that person is not for you right now. And you need to move on.
And that's easier said than done, but you're absolutely right.
Move on.
Ooh, yeah, I be trying to tell my kids about these relationships, but you're right. You're right. And then they come back and say, and I have to catch myself because they come and say, you know what? Remember when you said that? And I'd be like, no, but you was right because so and so. And I'd be like, oh, okay. And they leave out the door. I'd be like, yes.
See,
but you have to sit back and not say, I told you so. You don't want to do that.
You do.
You need to be right. Aim for success, but never give up your right to be wrong. Because when you do, you will always lose your ability to learn new things and move forward with your life.
And that's when you know you're around somebody that's really successful. When you can admit that you were wrong. Because every day should be a teaching moment of looking in the mirror saying, how can I renew myself? What did I do wrong? Let me play back that video and see what I said that was different. She said that I did what? Okay. Maybe I was the wrong person in that situation.
Absolutely. Let's be open to that.
It's a daily renewal of your mind.
And I apologize because maybe I shouldn't have said it that way, or maybe I shouldn't have said it at all.
Yeah.
And to apologize for it means don't keep doing the same thing over and over again.
You can't apologize.
I'm sorry.
And they do the same exact thing.
Those are the people that's used to saying I'm sorry
just to get back.
Just to say it, to get back to do it again.
And it's a teachable moment because when a person shows you who they are, you got to believe them.
That's my father's favorite phrase. People say, he said you can make excuses all you want to, but that's who they are.
Yes. You need to let that go.
Yeah. Number 7, running from problems that should be fixed. Stop running, face the issues, fix the problems, communicate, appreciate, forgive, and love the people in your life who deserve to be loved.
I like that. Deserve to be loved. That is so true. And forgiving, so true. You have to forgive because God forgave you. I mean, that's just what that is to me. I think that's really, really important. And that opens up the pathways for all the other good things to come. That's what it is.
Blocking your blessings.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Number 8, making excuses rather than decisions. Make long-term failures.
That's a good one.
Most long-term failures are the outcome of people who make excuses instead of decisions.
Excuses will get you nowhere.
You're right.
Nowhere.
Right.
And there's so many people that every time you say something, oh, I apologize, but let me tell you.
I know, right? Like, did you receive that at all?
I apologize.
And right behind it, they say, let me tell you.
Okay, but and have an excuse for everything. I mean, just own up to it. Own up to you made a mistake.
Yes.
And let it go. Move forward so you don't do the same thing again.
Absolutely.
Yep. Number 9, overlooking the positive points in your life. What you see often depends entirely on what you're looking for. You will have a hard time ever being happy if you aren't thankful for the good things that you have in your life right now.
That's huge. That's huge. Gratitude.
Gratitude is
huge. Yeah, it is everything.
And it's actually been a point of conversation all day is gratitude.
It is. It is definitely
gratitude.
Last
one, not appreciating the present moment. Too often we try to accomplish something big without realizing that the greatest part of our life is made up of so many little things.
And what did you say?
I just said that. Living in the moment.
So
true. So true.
So we on point.
We on point.
God is good.
On point.
I love it.
That was like good.
That was great conversation, ladies. That was awesome.
A quote to close out with. We're going to start closing out with a quote. on every show.
One of my favorite quotes is, if you want to keep getting what you're getting, keep doing what you're doing.
Well, I'm going to say something that I say every single day. If you're not visible, you're invisible.
I couldn't remember that. I couldn't remember the other day, and I was trying. I couldn't get it.
That line of T-shirts will be out next
Woo! Too many of us are not living our dreams because we're living our fears.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
And a lot of people.
Can I make an announcement before we get off?
Announcement.
Announcement.
Yes, go ahead, Ms. Brown.
Okay, so it's two things. This Thursday, October 4th at 6 p.m., the Place for Children with Autism is holding a free ABA, which is Applied Behavior Analysis seminar. Okay. They're opening up another school in the Proviso Township, and it's for children on the autism spectrum aged 2 to 6 years old. So the outcomes of this school are just amazing. They have 3 in Chicago and 2 in New York already. 1 in Champaign, 2 in Chicago, 1 in Champaign, Illinois, and 1 in downstate Illinois. So the outcomes of these families, children, is just amazing. So we're going to be opening another one in Proviso Township. We're looking for a location.
That's fantastic.
So now are you going to have a flyer or all the information?
I do have a flyer, but we do have it on social media as well.
Okay, it's on your page.
It's at the Forest Park Community Center this Thursday from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Please try to be on time. We will feed you, but it's going to be a great informational session as it relates to ABA therapy and the Place for Children with Autism. If you have any questions, you can go to my page or inbox me, Deborah Vines. Thanks.
All right.
That's awesome.
Share that information. Let's try to support this event this Thursday at 6 in Forest Park. What's the address?
7640 West Jackson in Forest Park.
So it's right on the corner of Jackson and Des Plaines. Mm-hmm. Yeah, corner. Bro, you got anything? I know you have your workshops.
I do. My wellness workshops. I'm taking on new clients, so please hit me up. My number is 708-613-5218. Again, the number is 708-613-5218. I'd love to help you be the best version of yourself.
Absolutely. I like that. I might sign up. And one more thing, for families that are looking for an advocate or an agency to help you get through this journey of autism and developmental disorders, please call The Answer Incorporated at 708-296565.
So how did you enjoy your first co-hosting today?
I had a great time. I had an amazing time. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, why are you so nervous? I mean, Darci, you've been on the show before, so I'm just completely grateful to Darci for allowing me to grace the airways with her today and to be with my friend Miss Burrell. So I'm super excited about even sitting across the table with these beautiful women and them pouring into me and helping me to be the best woman that I can be. So thank you.
I think it was a great connection with the inspiration. The conversation just flowed. I mean, we talked about something that wasn't even on the show, but it's just all connected. And I thank God for you guys and being able to share and pour into people, because people are going through so many different things.
They are.
The struggle is real. So to be able to have an hour and a half to uplift, encourage, and inspire,
it can change lives.
Very important. And thank you, Super Producer Earl, for giving us the platform to be able to pour into people's hearts and spirits. So please share the broadcast. I know that there are some nuggets in this show that can benefit someone. So please share that. And in closing, thank these ladies for being here on the show. Build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs. And that could be me, Burl, or Deborah. And we're out until next time. Thanks for tuning in.